Hello everybody, this is Magnazone150, Anthony J. Navarro saying hello, and today's episode we're going to talk about the Z515 by Logitech, the wireless speaker. We're going to be running it through Linux, how to set it up on Windows, and how to set it up on Mac as well. Stay tuned. Alright, so before I get started, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and log into my Acer Aspire 1 here, ZG5, running Linux Ubuntu 10.10 Netbook Remix. Right here I have my iPod Shuffle here. Now, what's really cool about this device, I'll show you, is that on the back here, so this is basically what you get in the box. You have this, and you also get a nice little bag with then the power cords there too, for charging, which would be over here on the side, and I can show you what that upper jack is for as well. It's actually the auxiliary jack, and how that works out. And then this is where your USB would sit, so you can actually push it out and you can plug it in to have your wireless speaker go for it. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in here. Alright, so once you plug it in, you might see me in the reflection there. You would go up to the top right of the screen, touch that, or click on it, and you just go to Sound Preferences. And then for output, you just click on the Output tab, which will be there. You choose, and it'll automatically tell you what it is, which is the Logitech Wireless Z515 Analog Stereo. Okay. And then it's just that simple. And you choose that, and you're good to go. Alright, so I'm just about to go ahead and choose a song, but first thing we got to do now, since we've plugged it in and the operating system knows it now, just go to the back here. You have the plus means, put up the volume, minus means put down the volume, then you have this smaller indented button here. This is your power button. So you hold that down for a sec, and you're going to see here the wireless sign LED will go up, and your battery LED will go on. It turns yellow if it's somewhat halfway, and it turns red or starts blinking red when it's low on battery. And there you have it. It's that simple. So now you can go ahead and press play, and there you go. For the sake of this video, we're just going to play a couple songs that some people might already know.
Turn up the music, fill your cup and drink it down. You're sexy and you know it. Put your hands up in there. Put your hands up in there. Girl, put your hands up in there. You're sexy and you know it. Put your hands up in there. Put your hands up in there. Girl, put your hands up. Turn up the music, just turn it up louder. Turn up the music, I need it in my life. Yeah.
Very nice device. For the most part, it comes with a nice bag here, as you can see. Kind of like a two-department bag, and it comes with its power cord as well in the box here. See, so it has a power cord, and then you can actually, if you're the kind of guy who's always on the go, like for business, then you go ahead and you just turn it off, and then you can just close this part, and it fits right in the bag, just like that. And away you go. Alright, so here in the box, there are 4 different pieces of paperwork here. Try not to throw them out if you don't need them. If you definitely don't need them, maybe, but even then, try not to. I mean, especially keep the receipt if you bought an extended service plan. For me in particular, I bought the Easy Care plan by Staples. So basically, once the manufacturer warranty is done on this, I get an extra year and I get to replace it, which is quite nice, because that actually even covers battery, which is also pretty sweet. And of course power surge or what have you, which is also pretty sweet. So here you get a guide that tells you how to get started. So I basically kind of showed you how to get started. So maybe you may or may not need this, but it would be good to have just in case. Maybe you lend it to a friend or something, what have you. Here, instructions on how to pair it using the Apple iPhone and iPad. Good. Important information, meaning warranty, you know, the safety, compliances, and then you got here, end of battery life, disposal. Alright, so for the most part, here in your information book, to summarize it, it basically tells you about how to safely use it. Do not use it under high heat. There's a risk of electrical shocks and what have you. That's basically, in a nutshell, just don't be silly with it, is basically what they're saying. It has a 2-year warranty. If you ever have any issues with it or you're experiencing trouble, Logitech, as always, tells you to contact them first for anything, which is, you can get started at logitech.com/support. The links will be provided to you below. And then you also, just some information about it as well. I can probably take a look. Aside from it being wireless and a 10-hour battery, which is quite nice, and it being compatible with basically anything, you're also looking at the A2DP Bluetooth, which is a type of Bluetooth pairing, or just Bluetooth pairing, using the USB receiver as well, which is included. Of course, you get the dual 2-inch stereo, which is quite nice. You also do have the auxiliary input, which I'll show you and tell you a little bit about in a moment. And it does come with its soft case, as I had already shown you as well. Alright, so the auxiliary jack on the side here of the speaker, as you can see. Whoops, wrong side. It's always the side of the LEDs. So, that there is a 3.5mm jack. Unfortunately, that's something it doesn't come with in the box, but at least you can always buy separately your 2-ended 3.5mm. For the iPhone and the iPad in particular, it's a separate, completely separate instructional book. Unfortunately, I don't own any of those devices, but we can go over that very quickly in a moment. Alright everybody, so taking a look here at the how to install it to the Apple iPhone and iPad. Unfortunately, I do not have an Apple iPad or an iPhone, but I do have a BlackBerry Playbook that happens to have Bluetooth. So basically, what this instructional basically tells you in a nutshell, without the whole needing to go to General tab and blah blah blah, blah and what have you, basically, you turn on your Bluetooth. So you can already see I was searching for a new device, and there's the speaker. It says the Z515 speaker. What you do is, you make sure that the USB is not installed in the computer, first of all. Second step, of course, making sure when you turn it off, is probably the best way to go. Turning it back on, and you hold the minus and plus down. You hold them down together for 10 seconds, and what happens is your LED starts flashing like this instead of just done. Like just every second or so, it's going to do this. It's going to blink like that. And what happens is now it's in pairing mode, and then you can go ahead and choose the option accordingly. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the speaker, and then it's going to connect the speaker just like that. In the instructional about the Apple iPhone and iPad, however, you have to go to the settings icon, then you have to select the general icon. You got to go to the Bluetooth menu to make sure it's turned on. You also have to find the speaker and select it, confirm it, and then make sure that it is connected on it at all times. So you can always follow, going back to the settings icon, general icon again, in the event that you lose wireless connection. Well, of course, in this case it's a little different. The BlackBerry Playbook's a little bit more easy to work with, and away you go. There we go again. Except now, you can go ahead and do whatever you want with it. You're good to go.
Play me a song,
pretty sweet, don't you think so? Hello everyone, so here is my Mac OS X 10.6 Snow Leopard. I have not moved up to Lion yet, so I unfortunately would not know. Very close to Snow Leopard in terms of how you use it and how it looks similarly. Just feature-wise, completely different operating system, right? So we're going to go ahead and, in my MacBook Pro here, we're going to go ahead and put in the USB that you would need to connect to my wireless speaker. You could use that, or because I have Bluetooth, you can also connect through Bluetooth, but I'm just going to show you how it's done with the USB. So connect the USB into the USB port. Okay. And you're going to notice that your volume control here, which is usually like a black, just solid black, turns to non-solid black. This is indicating to you that the sound card is no longer being used from the internal speakers, or it may not react at all. So what you have to do is you go to System Preferences. If that's the case, you go to Sound, which is at the very right here, and then you just select, as you can see, internal speakers, and you can go ahead and change that to a wireless speaker. So for the select device has no output controls because the controls are on the speaker itself. So there you have it, and then that's it. You just close it, and then you may play whatever you want. You're good to go. Alright, so for Windows XP, Vista, and 7, it's quite simple. Pretty much plug in the USB adapter. It should recognize it. Once it does, sometimes it may not play your audio. If this is the case, you're going to actually have to go right-click on the little sound indicator in the bottom right-hand corner, and then you basically just check your mixer, or you just go straight into the settings. Go to Devices, make sure you choose the Logitech wireless speaker. Just give it a moment to recognize that, and then maybe test it, and you're good to go.
I was playing in the beginning, the mood all changed. I've been chewed up and spit out and moved off stage, but I kept rhyming and stepped right in the next cipher. Let's believe somebody's paying the fight. All the things I am, the fact that I can't get by with my 9 to 5, and I can't provide the right type of life for my family. Cause man, these goddamn food stamps don't buy diapers, and there's no movie, there's no Macbook Playbook. This is my life, and these times.
Oh, it's still going there. It's cracking up a lot, but we'll see if it can make it. Nope, that's as far as it goes. So, considering the fact that it made it pretty much to the front door, isn't bad at all from the backyard. So basically, almost however you do it, no matter how you want to do it and however you can do it, the Logitech Z515 speaker is probably the best for you for almost any situation. It's quite awesome. So I definitely recommend for anything from doing just presentations or just at home, or just, you know, don't like the cords of your usual speaker, something that's a little bit more portable here, then I definitely would recommend this speaker. You have the money for it, go for it. I totally would recommend you go for it. Thanks for watching, and all links that I have spoken about or anything would be below. Songs that are used in this are definitely not of my property and do not belong to me. So, you know, if they end up putting ads on my video, you know, go for it. Because either way, the music doesn't belong to me. So, there you go. All rights reserved. Thanks again.